After the service, Rabbi Bold doesn't leave the synagogue. He spends several hours praying for his newborn daughter. According to Jewish traditions, prayer is everyone's personal duty. The rabbi says that it brings everyone together and works miracles. If people come, even if they aren't religious, but they want to work on their character, it's a prayer. We come here to concentrate on the good, helpful and positive. Then everything else goes away by itself. Rabbi Bold moved to the land of his ancestors from the United States in the beginning of the 1990s. Since then, he became the de facto head of the Lviv Jewish community. There is no language or territory which would unite the Jewish people. Even culture doesn't unite the Jewish people. Every country has a different Jewish culture. No one spoke Hebrew for 1,000 years, but the Jewish people have stayed alive. The first Jews settled in Lviv when the city was just founded. They lived in the Jewish quarter next to Ukrainians, Poles and Armenians.
The Arsenal Wall is one of the 4 walls separating the Jewish quarter from the other parts of the city. At night, the doors were closed on both sides. In the Middle Ages, Lviv Jews lived separately.
Our correspondent says this is the central street of the Lviv Jewish quarter. Since the end of the 16th century and until the end of World War II, the Golden Rose Synagogue was located here. It was named after the wife of Isaac Nachmanovich, the head of the Lviv Jewish community. The synagogue could only be entered through the house of the Nachmanovich family or through the Jewish school, Beth Midrash. Last winter, the square where the Golden Rose was located was reconstructed and historic plaques were attached to the walls. There is also a restaurant where visitors can try traditional Jewish dishes.
This restaurant was opened to remind people about the city's Jewish history, about the fact that 1/5 of the city's population used to be Jewish, and to bring people closer to the Jewish culture.
Different jazz versions of national Jewish songs are played in Lviv's central square. I would like to repeat the words of a wise man who said, "When you see a Jew, it means that this Jew is pointing to the Creator. When you hear the word Israel, it is also pointing to the Creator." I like Jewish culture. I came here to become more familiar with it. Our Lviv house was home to Polish, Jewish, Russian, Ukrainian and Tatar people. It was a square house. You would enter the yard and see everyone on the balconies. We all lived together. I remember my Jewish neighbors well. They were very noble people.